What on earth just happened at the Matlanga Commission of Inquiry? What on earth am I listening to? Listen, okay. So the Matlanga Commission of Inquiry, of course, today being the 1st of December, day one of the 7 days fasting. Uh, Dr. Mashazi, Imogen, Mashazi. She is on the stand today. Of course, in the beginning, there's some things that she's not going to testify on until whatever it is that she was saying. And it was accepted by the commission because she should not be prejudiced in any way. And the Madhya Commission assured her that this commission is not going to prejudice any witness that takes the stand if they feel a particular way about particular evidence that was laid in the commission of inquiry. All right, let's take that aside. Dr. Mashazi came to gossip. But before we get to the gossip, listen, South Africa. There is nowhere in any world that exists in this world where you put a nurse as a city manager. Do you understand how technical that job is? It needs an engineer. The best placed person to be a city manager, in my opinion, it is a person that has done town planning. Town planner. And then, of course, if there are no town planners that are available for this position, you go for engineers. And there's a plethora of engineers in South Africa who can hold a position of a city manager, not a nurse. Just like a teacher can be a minister of the army. For crying out loud. Look where we are now. This lady, she came with two strategies in mind. I'm just analyzing her as I am listening to her and I'm watching her body language. She came with two strategies. The first strategy, intellectual superpower, that I'm going to overpower them with my education just to show them that I'm smart. Quang, quang, quang. And her second strategy was discredit. So discrediting Chief Mapia, discredit Tipa, discredit Ukolane, discredit anybody that took the stand and testified against her. And it is backfiring. Like, she has cornered herself, took the hammer and the nails and started nailing herself on that corner. She's stuck. The madam is stuck. Okay, I see everything else and everybody's saying, oh my God, at 65 you look great. Let's come back here. Do I think Chief Maye is a good person? Not by a long shot. He's a Metro Police officer, and we know how evil those people are. Maybe not all of them, but we know how evil they are. Which, when it came to the discredit strategy, it had a sub-strategy that I'm going to walk in there, and I have several cards with me to pull out. The first one, the female card. Listen, I am all for female empowerment. If you guys have been following me from back in the day of Facebook and Twitter, you would see that I even have a campaign. And I speak about this very often. The empowerment of women, and also when a woman is hurt, chop it off on the perpetrator. Remove that thing because it's useless. But she is reminding me of this recent scourge of young women that go to nightclubs and then they spot a guy that they assume he has money. And the whole point is for this guy to take her home and then have them, Ricky Vonko, as Sims Wright would say. And then in the morning, she would demand for money. And if he says, but it was a consensual thing, She goes to the police station and open a case of her being forced on by the man. And the man gets arrested. And why this man gets arrested and even secures sometimes a successful conviction is because of the scourge of men forcing themselves onto women, to a point where some courts just believe the woman. They're like, well, look at the statistics. Every 4 minutes, a woman in South Africa is unalived. If not unalived, she is forced on by the man. So go to jail type of situation. That's what she's reminding me of. She's making these accusations because the people that are on the panel, one of them sat in the most powerful court in the land, the apex court of the land, that is the chairperson, Chief Justice, not Chief Justice, Justice Madlanga. So probably he still has that mentality that when a woman comes forward and says, I've been forced, a man forced himself onto me, then he will believe it because of the statistics that are out there. That is what she came with. And then I knew when she played that card, it was going to go down to the exact accusations of a girl in a nightclub and sees a victim. They go home and then she demands 5,000 Rand. And if the man cannot produce, she goes to the police station. And then I'm like, okay, surely you have evidence for this, ma'am. Dololo evidence. Hearsay. She's coming to gossip. She doesn't have the numbers of women that have made this complaint, and she says it's systemic. Listen, I am not going to take away what she's saying, because in a male-dominant environment, the things that she's saying, they are not far-fetched. They are not far-fetched. But because, had she came honestly and she took the stand in earnest, I would have believed her. I would, if she did not come with those two strategies, I would have believed her. I think when you hold a position of such power and you are also the first female, you don't go and brag about it. You do not put it on people's faces. You let the people, like for example, when what's her name, Sintumel, when she was on the on the stand, I'm the one who identified. I know many people also did identify that she's a female in a powerful position in the police force, and this is exactly what we are looking for. And I praise that. So you leave it to the people to see, because you're 65, clearly you're probably one of the first females that were city managers in the country. You don't tell us that. We can figure it out, and we can even engage you on that. But no, she wants to come and create victims so that she can discredit Mapie, she can discredit Olan, she can discredit Utipa, and everyone else that that have testified against her. But she forgot something: her personality. Over dominating personality, which is one of the things that the witnesses that testified against her mentioned. And now she is over dominating the panel, which is the commissioners, including the evidence leader. She is argumentative. She is not listening. She's looking at her phone. Now, who was contacting her? Juju? Or is one of her attorneys, her husband, who's apparently an attorney? I caught that. I saw what she did there. She was threatening. She was threatening that, y'all be careful what you want to do, because my husband is an attorney and he ain't happy. Listen, there are allegations that are very serious against her, some of which are kidnapping and attempted unaliving by the people, especially by Tipa. And I can almost bet you my last toe that she is hoping, because Tipa is a woman and because she's called an angel, she definitely has had some relations with the police chief. And I don't think that is the truth. I don't think that's the truth at all, for reasons that were quite, um, glaring when you were listening to Tipa talk on that stand when she was in the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. This lady she is making up stories. She's in a dark room shooting, like aimlessly, hoping that when the lights go on, she would have hit some few things. And she's missing. She's misfiring into an empty room. I think she needs to pivot her strategy. The pivoting will be, come there, tell the truth. Ma'am, let's talk about it. In your statement, as you are going to amend and supplement, come with the truth. Right now, she's scattered. She's bringing things that are irrelevant to what she was called to the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, to respond to the accusations that were leveled against her. But no, she came with gossip, with tea. The tea with no sugar. I don't even know what tea that is. And it's misfiring, unfortunately. Maybe there was some truth there, but who believes her now? Who believes her now? When she came with those two strategies to discredit. Don't come and discredit people, because when you discredit people correctly, Ceci Baloy said, let's put the innuendos aside, because that's what happens when you gossip about people. You are going to involve or include innuendos that you cannot prove. Like, oh, they have a relationship. She's called an angel. That promotion she got it because she was on her back. Do things like that happen? Yes, they do happen. I'm not going to take that away from Dr. Mashazi, especially when a man is in a position of power and that man is evil. That man is evil. Any man that is in a position of power and wants a woman to sleep with him so that she gets a promotion, he is evil. He does not deserve the position he holds. He deserves to be in jail, because that's another form of forcing yourself onto a woman, because she has no any other choice. She's got responsibilities, and she knows that if she gets promoted, that extra 2,500 rand on her check is going to make a lot of difference. You are an evil man if you do something like that. It must be clear. But Dr. Mashazi is saying this with innuendos. I am so sorry, ma'am. I cannot accept that. I don't believe you. I do not believe you. Change your strategy. Go back. And I'm having a feeling that after tea, which now I have to quickly wrap up, I'm even thinking she's not going to come back. I'm even thinking she might not even return to complete the day or the what do you call this, the testimony. I don't know. I hope she does. And she continues to dig this hole. Let her dig the hole. Let her dig the hole. Why are you talking about things you have no facts about? We need tangible stuff. Things that we can touch, we can see, and we can smell. Not some hearsay, and you're not sure from... And that poor woman... okay, anyways, let me wrap up. We shall talk some more as she continues testifying. But I don't believe anything she's saying. Nada. Nada. She came there to discredit, and she is all over the place because she's lying. And that, let's see each other a bit later. Goodbye.